Hey guys, it's me Shane, and I'm here to give you a video about some of the things I have seen or heard or read over the internet concerning Digimon Adventure 2020, the reboot or remake, however you want to look at it. I recently had we'll say a discussion with someone who, didn't like the show. They explained, they tapped out at episode 4, which I'm pretty sure they meant episode 3 because I can tell when people don't pay attention. But anyway, they tapped out around episode 4. I'm just seeing people say the show is just trash and not give reasons why. Then when they give reasons and you refute them, they still just double down on all the reasons. So what I have here, I got some points. I'm going to address 3 different points that I've seen people talk about it. Uh, give my take on it. And I'm going to try to make this under 10 minutes because I know how much you guys value your time, and I value your time. I thank you for watching this video. So why don't we just go ahead and just get straight on into it, right? The first point I'm going to address, and just watch this real quick, is people say that it's a Monster of the Week show. So let's address this first. Firstly, most of us, if you're between the age of, I'll say, 21 and 42, we like Monster of the Week shows. We watch Power Rangers. Power Rangers is actually still going strong. Those of you who watch Japanese TV, you watch Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman. We like Monster of the Week shows. Let's not even pretend like we don't. Most of the things that we watch on the CW and the TV shows, they are, whether they're villains of the week, they're still monsters of the week. Fine, whatever. But if you pay attention to my reviews, I've said since episode 4 on up, at least from episodes 4 through, I want to say 4 through 9 or 4 through 8, that I really like the fact that not only do we get the chosen Digimon, the chosen Digimon's champion form, and the antagonist Digimon, they show us at least 2 to 3 other Digimon to show us that the world is populated. It feels a lot like the season 3 or Digimon Tamers, where when they get to the digital world, it's populated. It's not just it's a barren wasteland, but it's a barren wasteland that has, a lot of life in it. Um, and that's the quickest and easy one I want to get out of the way. Second one is the pacing is bad. So I went through and I wrote quite a bit. I'm going to say no. And the reason why I'm saying no is because it is different. The way the first episode pops off, it's setting the tone. Spoilers if you haven't seen Infinity War. The very opening of Infinity War, we watch Thor and Hulk get completely obliterated. We see Heimdall die and we see Loki die. That that set the entire tone for that movie. The opening episodes where it's Ty meeting his partner, and Koshiro's there, and he knows what's going on. He's able to communicate. And towards the end of the episode, we see Yamato in the distance with Garurumon. And if you've seen the show already, you already know, who these people are and what's going on. But the fact of the matter is, it's great. And actually, I'm gonna skip around a bit on some of my points. We get to the point where in episode 3, the Digimon they're taking on is Algromon. Algromon's uh, baby forms, all the way up to his mega form, all share the same name. And this is technically a movie Digimon. So not only did they say, hey, you're not just going to see just the older Digimon that you saw, we're going to pull in some of these movie Digimon that aren't featured as much. By the way, you see Omnimon episode 3. They don't give you a name of Omnimon, but they give a reason why this thing happens. Omnimon is more or less a miracle. And we actually see Omnimon again later on, but it is definitely a miracle. It's the reason why they're able to succeed. And that's, you may say, oh, that's too soon. It's telling you, you're not just gonna start off with these little tiny ones and then have a bunch of episodes of Champion Digimon, a bunch of episodes of Ultimates, and when you get towards the end of the season, we only get 7 megas. If you remember the original Digimon Season 1, Digimon Adventure, 7 megas you got are the 4 Dark Masters, Malamatusmon, and then the two megas War Garurumon and Metal Garurumon and War Greymon, and you get a Pokemon. That's only seven. When we get to the Digimon movie, that's when we get Diaboromon and we get Omnimon. Guys, they want to show you that there are a lot more than just seven megas in the show, and they want to show you how important they are. Because whenever we get to these mega forms that they fight, it is a struggle, and they have to pull things out to try to win. Another pacing, they talk the pacing issues. I'm gonna break it down for you. Episodes 1 to 3 is the setup. Episode 4, we meet another chosen one, her partner, and then we see a little bit of the plot. Episode 5 is the plot. I started doing these reviews at the plot, which is where we're somewhat introduced to who's attacking them with Ogremon and the troop, and we see the silhouette of Devimon. If you've seen the show, you know who Devimon is. And then we're trying to find the Holy Digimon, and we get a nice exposition of what's going on with what happened with the Holy Digimon. We see flashbacks of these shadowy megas, which if you know your Digimon stuff, you know who those megas are. You know who the 5 mega Digimon are. And we see the silhouette of Omnimon showing that those 5 megas fought something so strong that two of them had to combine and things still went wrong. Gotta read in between the lines here. Episode 6 through 8, we meet the other of the 5 original chosen ones. 9 through 15, that is what we're back on plot. We're back on plot. Everybody's together. They're fighting Ogremon. We're figuring out what kind of Digimon he is. We're paying attention to the type of Digimon he is. And then when we get down to it, from 9 to 15, we're, we're fighting Ultimates now. We're finding out that this one guy who we know is Devimon has controlled and is controlling really strong Digimon as the crew is splitting up trying to get to the plot. When we get to episode 16, we go back to episode 4. We go back to the plot of episode 4. Episode 4 was about Tokyo is slowly blacking out and it's starting to spread amongst Japan. So now the group has to get back together and fight this thing. And it doesn't end. They fight it again in 17 because of Digivolve. We fight again in 18 because of Digivolve. And after that, in episode 18, episodes 23 and 24 actually give you a glimpse of why this thing Digivolve. With all the flashing and the purple and everything that we see with the crystal, you can see the reason why, but we don't know the reason why, if it makes sense. Just because you see the MacGuffin, you don't know why it's working that way. And from episode 20, we get more from guys from 16 on down. It's all plot. We're meeting Takaru. We're meeting TK. We're seeing, okay, why did you show up? We find that out. Episode 23 and episode 21 through 24. This is when we're full on fighting Devimon. They met Devimon back in episode 19 by teaming up with Leomon. And Leomon saying, yeah, we're fighting Devimon. We're trying to get all this stuff cleared up. Which they met a ton of other autonomous Digimon that are fighting with him. They actually met other Digimon during the episode that Garurumon got Were Garurumon. The pacing's not off because you want to know what's funny? I did my research. Episode 24, that's when Kabuterimon gets Altair Kabuterimon in the original Digimon Adventure. In Digimon Season 1, that's when he gets his ultimate form. We're not wasting time with searching for Crest because they already have their Digivices and their personalities are already with them. They're already showing up in the Digivices. I don't know how, if you prefer the old pacing of dragging things out, we're not reusing animations anymore. We're not going through the whole spinning and the whole ultimate evolution. Most of the time, they stay transformed. I remember the episode when we meet Mimi and Palmon. Agumon stayed Greymon once he Digivolved all the way until the end. The pacing's great. It's updated for a more modern era, and it feels like Digimon Savers, honestly. Digimon Savers was really good. They still fell into the traps of making the Digimon de-transform just to re-transform, but they did a lot of pacing with plot, and I appreciate that show for it. And number 3 is people saying it's more of the Tai and Yamato show. We meet Tai and Yamato very early on. We meet Tai episode 1 with Koshiro, and we meet Yamato at the end of 1 into 2. Yeah, they're going to have more spotlight because they have more experience with these things. And actually, when you pay attention to what's going on in episodes 20 to 24, Koshiro is more or less leading the other children with dealing with what's going on in the real world and within the hub of the opening of the digital world. These guys are our leaders because they've done this a while. And I have to refute this because we've had several episodes where the chosen ones are with one another and they have fully shown what type of people they are. Joe had a time to shine when showing how reliable he is, even though they haven't thrown out words like that. Sora has shown what lengths she's willing to go through to save someone. Yamato had his internal conflict and finally opened up. Taichi, Taichi's Taichi. I'm just gonna be honest. Since he's been here the most, he hasn't had to show a lot, but he has been able to say, "Hey, I'm gonna take this head on and let everybody else get a chance." We've gotten all these things, and I don't think this is gonna stop. It's very different because the children have not in the original episode 19 in the original. That's when Tai and Koromon came to the real world because of that fight with Edamon. Now we're switching it up. The others are in the real world. We're finding about the time disparities. We still have the other two stuck in the digital world, still handling things. It's not bad, and it's not the Tai Yamato show. Other pluses I'm going to add because I know I'm almost at 12 minutes, but the pluses I want to add is, you know, isn't we're getting new Digimon that haven't been seen before. Not just the amount of Digimon, but we're getting newer Digimon that we haven't seen. Digimon that more hardcore fans know about from playing with the digital pets and playing the video games and reading mangas and things like that. Um, and going along with that, we're seeing other Digimon that we saw from like other seasons. Like when I saw Skull Knightmon and Dark Knightmon from Cross Wars, and we see Calamaramon from Digimon Frontier. That is awesome. That is awesome to finally know what level these guys are that didn't have levels, and to see them aiding in this plot as villains. I love it. The only thing we haven't seen is Applemon. I doubt if we will, because that's definitely a side arc. I'm looking forward to seeing other Digimon from these older series. Renamon, Gumdramon, Shoutmon. Can't wait. Um, and one of the big pluses is that they fight with their Digimon. That's something that I said in the very beginning of my reviews, which once I get some better editing, I will definitely go back and review episodes 1 through 3. And I might review them separately because my reviews tend to be a little bit long. But guys, they have been fighting together since day one. Tai is always on either Greymon's shoulder or Metal Greymon's head. Yamato is either hanging off of the side of Garurumon or being cradled. And I can go on and on. They're right there. And to show their bond and that they're fighting with them, the Digivices are glowing. Maybe it's not the same as Ash telling Pikachu to use Thunderbolt or Brock telling Geodude to do whatever Geodude does. I know what Geodude does. I'm just saying. What we're getting is that instead of them being on the side like they have been forever, I think the first Digimon series that had a human fighter Digimon was Sabers. When we had, I think his name's Daisuke. When we had Daisuke punching Agumon, and then he punches other Digimon. This is not to that same level, but we have these guys side by side with them. When Metal Greymon got knocked down on the ground, Tai skidded across the ground with him. That's just how it is. Make sure I don't have anything. Yeah, those are all the facts I'm trying. Those are all the things I want to bring up. I'm already brought up the issue, not the issue, but brought up. We're seeing megas. We're seeing more megas. I'm happy about that. I'll wrap up by saying this. If you don't like it, it's fine. Everybody's entitled to an opinion, and in this day and age, a lot of people take it personal when someone doesn't like the thing that they like. And it's okay to not like the same thing someone likes. Some people don't like Sailor Moon. But the thing is, when you say that you don't like something, or say something's trash, you should really give a reason behind it and try not to say, well, you're trash for liking that thing that I think is trash. You can say, I don't like it, I think it's trash, but I think it's trash. That's it. I think it is. And I try to get involved with conversation. I try to figure out why don't you like it? Because I'm trying to, see, and a lot of times the things that I like about a show, people don't like about a show. And that's fine. Just we got to be more open for discussion. If we don't want to be open for discussion, we should really watch it. One philosophy that I go by, that another friend goes by, and I know I'm kind of guilty of not going by this 100% all the time, but it's really hard to say something's bad if you haven't finished it. And that's actually the reason why I stick with a lot of shows and animes and things that I watch and read, is because once I'm here, I'm going to keep going. There are moments in Dragon Ball Super that I hated. I didn't ask for Dragon Ball Super. I'm okay with it, but I stuck with it to see where the whole thing was going to end. And I enjoyed parts of it. I'm not going to say it's amazing. I'm not going to say it's trash, but it's there. I can understand tapping out at a certain point because there's several shows. I think I tapped out. I tapped out on Supergirl on episode 4 while I was still on CBS. When they brought it over to CW, I continued to watch it because I like the writing. I feel like the writing changed because they weren't writing for primetime CBS television, and that's fine. For me, I would say I don't like it, it's trash. In a show like Batwoman, where I was about to give it a chance, and then the trailer turned me off, and everybody's saying it's trash. The people who've seen it, I'm saying it doesn't interest me. If you think it's bad, cool. I think some of the decisions they're making are bad, and that's my opinion. It's okay, guys. You can have your opinion. You can like or not like something. Don't take it personally. But if someone asks you why, also don't take that personally. Be open to discussion. But guys, that's my 17 minutes. I tried to make it 10, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I try to be thorough in these videos and at least leave you with fully understanding why I say what I say. So please tell me what you think down below. Do you want to watch Digimon Adventure 2020 reboot? If not, let me know why. Do you think the original's better than the remake? Do you think the remake's better than the original? What's your opinion on people not fully watching something and saying it's bad? Or what's your opinion on, how this internet culture we have nowadays, people take a lot of things personally. And sometimes people are just going to try to troll you and make you not, say that they don't like something just to kind of hurt your feelings. Don't do that. Don't do that. Life is hard enough. Don't be a butt. But anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to get notified of more videos like this, and please share the video. We're just trying to get the word out, trying to hit 50 before we get to 2021. I hope we get to 2021. I really hope it doesn't become December 32nd at midnight. But anyway, please be good, be blessed, wash your hands, wear your mask. Black Lives Matter, and I will definitely see you next time.